Hi, this is Nerdy Exotical. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to discuss a subtle social economic indicator or class indicator that you might have seen in public that I believe we're all familiar with and that you might be doing yourself with or without realizing it. And what I'm about to discuss is how you treat your dependents. Now, this is children, pets, anybody who depends on you, how you treat them in public around other people. I think we all know of at least a couple of people that we've seen, or maybe even family or acquaintances, that have laid hands or raised their voice to their children in public or to their dogs, even. One example that I recently experienced myself was walking down the street and I saw a woman who clearly looked like she was struggling financially, and she had laid hands on a very small child in a stroller. It was quite obvious that whatever she was going through at the time meant that she just wasn't emotionally patient or available to soothe her child in a less disruptive way than striking them and telling them to be quiet, unfortunately. So we see that when somebody is going through some kind of economic hardship, it can make them less emotionally available, more quick to raise their voice and act in other ways that it can be very detrimental to their dependents in the long run. Another example of this that I've experienced myself is that I have a very, very small dog who's a bit moody and very delicate. I push her around in a stroller because I can do 6 to 12 miles pretty easily in a day since I don't have a car and I love going outside and running errands. So it's very useful to me to have that around just so I can take care of her. And I have people who will outright laugh at me, not in like a cute way, but in a way that shows that they actually feel confusion and a little bit of contempt for me taking care of my dog in this way. This isn't anything strange. A lot of people do this. And to me, it just makes sense that since I have the resources, I would treat my dog like this. And it's not anything new. If you look at museums throughout history, people have given their dependents, whether that was dogs, children, or anybody else associated with them, better clothes, better housing, better access to things, as kind of a way of also demonstrating their status and their ability to use their excess resources to benefit not just themselves but everybody associated with them. And this is something that spans cultures as well as centuries. It's nothing really new, and it's something that we've continued to do as humans. So it's, even though I think some people would say that, it just shows that millennials have too much money, the rise of dinks, treating dogs like children and stuff like that. It really is something that if you go to a museum or look at old portraits, you see a lot of examples of this. So when I'm taking care of my dog in this way, it's because she's an extension of myself. She's a member of my household, emotionally speaking, and I have the resources. So there's no need for me to withhold them. I have no scarcity mindset in terms of like, well, what am I going to do if I get something nice for my dog? Does that mean I'm not going to eat? I don't have those thoughts. That somebody who might be experiencing some kind of very, very disruptive economic hardship or come from a background where they or their parents experience this kind of economic hardship and they haven't taken the time to heal it would feel a certain way about seeing somebody spending extra time and money and effort to take care of a dog, especially if, let's say, they're not receiving any care or attention from their support network at this time. So I just wanted to point that out, that if you're in public, and obviously you should also try to take better care of your dependents in private too, but especially in public, making a note of how other people, as well as yourself, treat your dependents. Because you might have some learned behavior from your parents or from your own upbringing that might be holding you back and giving people a certain impression of you and where you come from that might not be representative of who you are or who you actually want to be. So clocking that and then taking time to heal it, not just the behavior, but the underlying thoughts and causes behind it, will go a long way in stopping you from not only harming your dependents who are really counting on you to guide them, but also how you honor your relationship to them and do your due diligence to yourself and communicate your character to other people as you're moving through these different environments in public. That's all I wanted to say today. Drop any examples that you have in the comments. And until then, I hope you move towards the life you want with intention. Take care.